Hi guys, so I know a few people are quite interested to know just how big Charlotte is. Charlotte is my biggest tarantula and she's a Theraphosa sturmi, or the Burgundy Goliath. And yeah, she is an adult female and she's pretty much as big as she's going to get. But of course you guys want to know exactly how big she is. So the problem with measuring her is that when she's sitting in a natural stance, you can see the legs aren't fully stretched, and so that isn't how you measure a tarantula's maximum leg span. What you need to do is almost flatten the legs to the ground, so you measure diagonally from one of the front legs back diagonally to one of the back legs, and that way you get the maximum stretch of the spider, and that's where the leg span measurement comes from. So as I'm sure you guys have realised, we can't do this with a living spider. Charlotte would not be very happy if I tried to squash her legs down and flatten her to the substrate. She would kick hairs at me and possibly try and bite. So what you do is you take the most recent molt, because that will be the largest, and then what you do, if it's dried up like this one, you need to leave it to soak in warm soapy water, and then once it's softened up, we'll be able to get that maximum leg span measurement. But before we do that, I thought we'd do a quick size comparison. This is a female dubia roach, and she measures about 1.5 inches in length, and if we drop her next to Charlotte, then we'll be able to see how massive she looks compared to the cockroach. Oh, looks like she's eating it instead, guys. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, you can't even see the cockroach because of how massive Charlotte is. And she's just happily tucking into that. Okay, so back to the actual measurement, and you can see that even before I've dampened the molt and stretched out the legs, it does actually reach just over 7 inches. So this is one very big spider, and what we're going to do now is very gently lift up the molt without touching it, because those hairs are very irritating, and put it into this warm soapy water to hopefully soften up. Okay, so I think it's been sitting there long enough now. Let's use the spoon to take the molt out and see just how big it is. Lots of water trapped on it, but hopefully it won't leak too much. There we go. So yeah, just putting it on paper towel to dry it off a bit first, and then as you can see it's a lot softer now, so you should be able to stretch those legs out nicely. Okay, so I've put the ruler underneath, and as we can see at full stretch she is a good 9 inches, so definitely a big spider, and you can see the 9 just there. So yeah, now we know how big she is at full stretch. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed watching, guys. We now know how big Charlotte is, or should I say we know how big she was, because that was the old molt. So she will actually be a little bit larger than that now, but of course we don't know just how big until she molts again, and then we can do another measurement video. I would like to dedicate this video to somebody. My friend Becky is ill at the moment, and I know she's feeling a bit down, but I also know that she really enjoys watching these videos, so hopefully this has distracted her and hopefully made her feel a bit better. Okay then, guys, thanks for watching, and I shall see you again soon.